Hey, we're live.
Hey,
Eh,
happy Tuesday. Did something happen lately?
it's not Tuesday, it's Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Oh, I got Tuesday on the brain.
Yes, and we know why. I'll see you next Tuesday while I'm watching the TV.
Yeah. So instead of this today,
hmm
I got this today. The orange indicted.
hmm
Kind of like that. And so it begins. Oop.
Or if you read his Truth Social post, he said he'd been indicated.
Yeah. And a day later, oop.
hmm
Oh, 45. Oh, that's right. I forgot to put it in for a banner, but we got to read on the conditions and a gag order and what might happen here.
Sure. What
That
order
was
do
the,
you want
that was the other one I was trying to remember.
to?
Getting a little organized. Oh, look what I got. That's some popcorn.
Scott's got popcorn.
Oh, popcorn in yours. Mm, tasty.
Something they won't get in jail.
Okay.
So where do we want to start?
Where do we want to start? And good morning to everyone. It's a beautiful day in the
hmm
neighborhood. It's a little cold in Wisconsin still.
You don't want to hear about that it was 72 and lovely and I was sitting on the patio of a wonderful restaurant yesterday, do you?
No. The wind, it was like 32, but the wind chill was horrible, so I didn't even leave the house.
Yeah. I
I'm
was
like,
on the patio with a friend who just flew in from California and she lives up near Nevada City. She says she's lived her whole life up there. She says the worst winter she's ever seen in her life. And she was looking on her phone. She's flying to South Africa Tuesday, but she was looking on her phone and she said it was the high was going to be maybe 40 and the low was in the 20s up on her at her house.
strange world. The weather, the winter here in Wisconsin seems to have been starting later and ending longer.
Mhm. Well, at least if you're in winter, you're not getting the tornadoes they got just south of you, which
True,
killed
true.
what, 13 people.
Yeah. Blessings of the family, and everyone's got to deal with.
Yeah. Anybody who's caught up in these weird winter storms. Down here, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's the best time of year. The bluebonnets are blossoming. And I got a picture of a friend of mine. She was stopped at the side of the road, took this absolutely gorgeous. It's acres and acres and acres of bluebonnets. The most gorgeous blue you've ever seen. Big old tree in the middle. It's the best time of the year. Our wildflower season is beautiful.
Oh, speaking of socialism in Arkansas, Biden
Mhm.
had a friendly conversation with Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's more than willing to take the federal socialist funds now.
For
Remember
what?
the tornadoes and
Oh,
destruction.
oh yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, she was railing that nothing's going to get past the Mississippi River in that socialist woke agenda of the federal government and Biden.
hmm Until your people need the woke agenda. I understand the EPA is making a much bigger. They work with the local people, but they're making a much bigger thing of that we're from Washington and we're from the other states are helping you. Uh,
It's just so dumb. Ugh, these people. Oh, and then there was, oh, that's right, Liz, I wanted to check on that election Tuesday to make sure.
In your state, is your state going to stand up and believe in democracy?
Correct. We might as well start with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, democracy in Wisconsin. We need Janet to win the Supreme Court.
Okay. So we're just going to ask if Janet's going to win.
Yep, the energy's on Janet Protowagowicz. I said the name wrong. Will win the Supreme Court. She's a liberal justice in Wisconsin.
Okay.
We've sensed it before, but let's see what the energy has.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Okay. I'll star that Pegasus. We were going to look at MTG.
Mm-hmm.
I think we looked at the Chicago mayor outcome. That was God, who the more liberal felt like he was going to win. I can't remember the names.
There's one that they say is a Republican who's running as under a Democratic type agenda, but he's really tied to the Republicans. I don't know because I don't live up there anymore. Well, it's going to be everybody in Wisconsin. You need to get out and vote.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is democracy. That's a yes. Then I have some parts of her race were not prepared. They've been doing a big smear job on her. This comes out to be 3-3, yes, no. But if everybody gets out and listens to their better selves, balance will be restored. So.
Strength, Hierophant,
Mm-hmm.
Sun.
Good.
I have 3 majors on her.
Well, Scott's sitting there, and I'm in Texas, and we tend to not look upon elections as being particularly fair.
The last time he ran in 2021 or whatever, because he was on the Supreme Court before. This is Dan Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And he got blown away by like 17 points. So hopefully he won't win this time either.
Good.
But messaging has been a lot better for Janet. Turnout has been a lot better.
Good.
You know, after Tennessee happened with that shooting, that idiot posted a gun with a AR-15 at a shooting range.
Oh.
That's a Supreme Court guy.
Mm-hmm.
Posting a AR-15 picture.
Yeah.
After a shooting.
I live in Texas. You can't shock me. You give it up.
That is the most horrible thing that any representative elected can do.
I know.
Is stand there with guns. You know, like Boebert did with her family and kids.
No, the guy who's congressman for that district in Tennessee.
He did too.
Lied on his resume, doesn't have a college degree, never finished, wasn't a financial advisor, doesn't have bazillion dollars. So just all of a sudden he had the picture perfect family. So including them, there was one picture of him showing his toddler how to use an AK-47 or to hold it. And somebody said, and you talk about grooming?
Yeah. These people. Love and light to them to see better times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You recommended this one.
Pope Francis's energy. Yeah.
I think I read he did he have part of his lung removed or something?
He has, I think, in the past, and that's why when he gets a respiratory infection, it's so bad. But you know, my father who practiced medicine from the 1930s till the 1970s, he used to call pneumonia the old man's friend. And he said it was wrong for people to, especially when someone was really severely senior, he said it's one of the easiest ways to die. You just fall asleep and your body lets go. And he said that he really pissed him off when they kept coming up with all these miracle cures to wake these people up, and they'd wake them up and they'd go, why didn't you let me die? You know? And he said that there's a lot of times when it's your lung issues. As you know, the breath is the center of our life. If your body wants to let go of the breath, then maybe that's time. So, but I'm what I really my think the Pope's energy is important. I'm gonna look at that, but I'm gonna look at what's gonna happen to the church when he dies, because that particular brand of Christianity is in chaos inside itself. Well, he's holding on for Mother Mary. She's right in the middle. He's trying to keep it together. He's willing to fight. They got him back. And he's got the long term view on it, but he's bounded by two negative cards. This was the in card. Things aren't complete enough within the church, and all kinds of bad energy is going to fall from this. But he's going to survive for a while longer.
Yeah. I have prosperity in his soul yet.
Mhm.
So this is the past. So I have that anxiety. I'm not sensing a 10 of swords. I got the 9.
Mhm.
So you decipher which one, but I'm feeling the anxiety and the worry about him. But then I had the Ace of Coins.
Mhm.
So there's prosperity within his soul, and then the King of Wands.
Mhm.
So there's still creative energy and what do you want to call it? Things to do. You know that
Yeah.
his soul has still got things to do. So then we have this is my 2 of Swords Temperance card. It's kind of like you evaluate.
Mhm.
There's a little patience involved. I have the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups.
Mhm.
Things may change a little bit. He may step back. You know, his health may fail, but I don't sense death coming. You know, the Queen of Cups is nurturing, healing.
Right.
Healing from above for him yet. In the end, there's a little more. It feels like a. How does that work when one passes? Does one just get nominated, or there's a succession?
Oh no, they have a meeting of the cardinals from all over the world. They lock them in the Vatican, and they have this chimney, and they have votes. And every time they vote and it doesn't work, black smoke comes out of the chimney, and they keep working it down till they pick one, and then white smoke comes out, and that means that a pope's been elected. But those are the guys who do it. But that's the problem: is the country, their church.
I think they're already talking about it.
Oh yeah.
The lack of energy and worry, King of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. It feels like a redo. They're preparing. That's all I really get. I mean, I sense energies. His energy's good. He's got a mission yet, but the institution itself is kind of in disarray of like, we got to find another, that kind of feeling. But it doesn't totally feel negative moving forward, because I do feel it's changed some with Francis. So,
Well, I got my out card on choosing the new one was the 9 of Cups.
oh, that's good news.
It's good news. So he may have time now to go in and sort of mess around with things and move people to places. And
That 5 of Wands can also be lack of energy, stepping back from too.
Pope Francis was the first one that was ever chosen while the other Pope was alive. He just retired.
Oh, true. That's what happened.
Yeah, he was getting dementia, and they knew he couldn't keep going.
Prince of Dakota. Okay, interesting. 45 Prince. What the heck?
Why not?
Since it popped up, I gotta giggle. Let's see.
I got yes and no again. Yes on a day.
Makes no sense with that. Yes and no.
No. They may find something, but it may not be anything that's worth going after. This is someone he's worried about this. He's worried about that and them taking his DNA, which they can't use against any other thing. And then they've got the star, so it's out there. It's making him very uncomfortable. but and he's, one more problem with this whole mess. And this is a page of wands going forward. So it's a yes and a no. If they find something good enough, they'll go with it. Otherwise, he may be sitting there worrying for no reason whatsoever.
I think it's more of his worry than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the sense that E. Jean Carroll pops in here.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Empress, Queen of Coins, and it's it's my heavy 3 of Swords card.
Mm-hmm.
The complete loss, destruction. But Queen of Coins and Empress. So it's got the worry of the DNA thing, yeah. But I think it's unfounded worry because I got the 7 of Cups, the news with the 8 of Wands, and then the 4 of Wands. So community service. That there may be something though, like you said, with that victory card there in the middle. He's delusioned by something, but there may be something. Who knows? Maybe he's got children out there he doesn't want known about with his DNA or something, but there is a little bit of a worry. But I have my strength card, Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So that's
the Page of Wands too.
That's new idea, whistleblowers talking.
Well, his fingerprints would be his own little whistleblower on the end of his fingers.
And then 2 abundance cards. So, system spit out. That's more protection to me. Yeah, it's like you said, there may be something or a worry about something, but it's like he may be protected with his DNA, like from being president, or he was a whistleblower way back, something in the FBI. Because the FBI's got files on him and him and his wives, according to what they call that, a FISA warrant or application or whatever. There was a file on Ivana, supposedly, that was brought out. And obviously 45 would have a file on him. Who was it? One of those authors said he said he was on the FBI list since the 80s.
Yep. Well, he'd been doing business in Eastern Europe. That's not a
there might be something there, but yeah, funny. Okay. Let's go in more to that. So basically, let's look at the process Tuesday.
Okay.
And then we can get to a gag order after that. The whole Tuesday process of 45.
I'm going to ask you, it's going to go relatively peacefully.
Yeah, it's a good start. Supposedly it's already arranged for 2:15 Eastern time.
That's when he's to appear in court, so he has to get all the other stuff done in the morning.
Okay. They will not be taking his DNA. Yeah, most likely not.
I think that's only if you're convicted that they take it and then they run it.
It might be on a felony charge. Depends, or what do you call that? Like on a murder charge or something like that. In case like that.
Felonies. I don't know of any place where murder is a misdemeanor.
Okay. The process. Yeah, I just picked out this question, so we're not thinking about the DNA thing. We're just thinking about the process Tuesday.
I've got the same card for him. He's really worried. All the things he didn't do. But he's going to go forward with it and try to look strong. It's tearing him up. It's going to be a soul-searching experience. It's going to be the end of his illusions about him being different than everybody else. And then it ends with the sun. So it's going to be a yes and a no, but it ends with the sun reversed And when I get the sun right side up or upside down, that for me, it's kind of a good day for everybody else because he goes all the way through it. Marjorie Trader Green and all of her friends won't be able to look at it.
So yeah, he's gonna go through with it. I got my strength card, the page of coins, that's the pathway there, and the Knight of Wands, that's traveling.
Mhm.
That's all. The intention is to go there. The intention is to do the right thing in this process. Then I have the Hierophant, King of Wands, and the community card. That would say to me he's more worried about federal Jack Smith than he is about
Yeah.
that. That would say to me he's more worried about the federal.
He should be. Criminal cases in New York take an incredibly long time. The way they structure how the cases are brought forward takes a much longer time. I heard some legal experts this last week talking about how it will take longer to get him finally to court in New York because of how they structure things than it will if Jack Smith moves up.
Yeah. Guess what my final cards are?
What are your final cards?
Jack Smith will take him down.
Mm-hmm.
King of Swords, Tower, and my complete loss card.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Tower is my worst card.
Mm-hmm.
This is my number 2 worst card.
Oh dear.
And here's Jack Smith, King of Swords coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he'll just do the process here. So you want to check on if he's gonna have a gag order?
Oh yeah.
I gotta put these back in,
I'm
shuffle away.
going to use a different deck. I'm going to use my easy to read Life is Like a Board Game deck.
Bless you, Monica. Anything on our wildlife? Oh, okay. Well, it's just a check on the wildlife in Montana, right?
Okay.
Let me start that. Thank you. Shut him up already. I know, right? Okay. Process going in. I'm sensing the judge is going to give him one chance.
No.
It feels like a partial gag order.
No, Scott. I got a yes.
Good.
I got a yes.
Good.
Leave it all behind. Place. I got a yes. Forward movement gardens. Yes. For the gag order. I got a better way to do things. And then the out card is the sun.
Yeah, good.
I think it's going to be almost immediate.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, he threatened the judge. So, I mean, at that
Yeah.
point, we usually do.
I don't know. Some reason my senses are saying it's at first it ain't going to be full blown.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm sensing like the first talk about it, and then maybe some realization when it actually happens. That could be it.
No, I think he's going to go break it, and then the judge is really going to come in on it. Really define it.
Well, I got the devil and the moon.
Okay, well, I got the sun.
Okay, I'm getting January 6th because of January 6th and what he did there. And then I had the sun too, and devil and queen of wands.
Okay.
So, yeah, they're gonna play heavy on the gag order.
Yeah.
My first 3 were all about January 6th. And that violence and his speaking there behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
What he did in the past, secrets, and this is my January 6th card, all that violence.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But, yeah, that light and devil and queen, he says so many bad things about everyone investigating him and the violence and whatnot. So, it feels pretty heavy.
Didn't we have a question in the chat about his Bannon Giuliani?
Yeah. Did I? I think
you put
I think I started it.
You did.
But I missed it.
Debo, It was the second comment in.
I know. I think people were talking about, someone mentioned if 45 is going to get away or something. No,
Mm-mm.
he can't go nowhere.
He gets in that jet, trust me, there'll be fighter pilots in that airway saying they're protecting the ex-president, but
You know how hard it would be for a former president to get away? To go to the private airport with Secret Service, and every time you go anywhere, you got to file a manifest.
mm-hmm.
Even if he bribed the pilot that he pays, he ain't getting anywhere. Anybody can go walk into the airport and, in his mustache, costume, and it's not me.
Yeah, I know people mistake me for Trump frequently.
Okay. The known criminals, 45. Yeah, he pardoned all of them except Giuliani.
Mm-hmm. But those aren't pardons for life; those are pardons for everything up to that point.
That crime, correct? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got no, because they're too arrogant. Something shady way. That's where they live, and they're just going to keep moving the way they move. They also have a no from Independence Avenue, and then I've got no for them going anywhere. That's the fool. And then their out card is mentally stuck away. So, no, they live with their same delusions. And
Okay. So in the past, I had the King of Coins, Queen of Coins, and my Strength card. That's the money partnership. He was all in with 45, and that's why they got the pardon. This is the past. So that's a big partnership, a grift. Then I have what they did in the past with money. So I got the 6, 8 of coins. So that's all about giving and receiving, the money, the documents, and everything will come to light, and they will have a complete fall and loss of what's going on.
Yep.
They will make their maker. I have Death, Tower, and Victory.
Oh dear.
They're all going back to prison.
Good.
That's my feel. Are they worried? Yes.
No.
Yes and no.
Yeah, they've been through. I mean, they build that into what they do.
But I feel they'll get their comeuppance. I can't believe Bannon. There hasn't been a ruling on Bannon yet. The judge, on that, judge gave him time to appeal. There's been nothing. I can't remember the timeline he gave him. And then he lost his attorneys because he wasn't paying them. He should have been in prison a long time ago.
Can't the judge just write an order if, even though he's given him that, you're not doing anything with this, so back you go?
Last I remember, they gave him a timeline to get new. I thought it was like March 24th or something.
Well, then we're past it.
Or to appeal. But then there was that issue. There might have been an extension because of attorney stuff. So I don't even remember what I heard about that. But eventually it'll fail. It's just unbelievable with appeals. Okay, I did that. Okay. MTG. So tonight she's going to be on 60 Minutes. A lot of people are complaining about 60 Minutes even doing an interview with that horrible person. It's kind of like, the 60 Minutes doing it with a former president, but he is a
Mhm.
former president, but still. Some people think it's good advertising. Everyone's talking about it. More people are watching. Some of my main ones on Twitter I follow are all upset, saying it's a disgrace. Jeff's gonna like this interview. It could turn out that
It's going to help Marjorie Taylor Greene.
it could show that she's actually is crazy to a good audience.
Okay.
Okay.
I was asking if it's going to be a good move for Marjorie Taylor Greene. And the first thing I got was a 7 of Cups reversed, confusing illusions place. And the next cup is she's going to go off the wall. And then she's going to be indecisive when they ask her things. She's going to show how little she really knows about things. And at the end, it's going to be a case of leave it all behind place. And then the only positive things is it's restful solitude way. I think this is the last big, huge interview she'll have like that. And people will walk away disgusted because they're going to find out how ignorant she is. I mean, like, why do you have to watch an interview to know this? Beyond my realm of possibilities, but
So I got my conflicts card. It's the January 6th card also.
Mm-hmm.
The former guy with the King of Coins and then a tower.
Yeah, I think she's gonna blow it.
Yeah, it feels like she's gonna blow it. I think it feels like Leslie Stahl's gonna call her out on stuff. It's not going to be a good interview, is what I'm sensing here, because she might bring up the stuff about the It's going to be a Twitter rant.
Is she going to do 60 billion people have come over the border, and there aren't that many in the world? Texas is big, but we didn't notice 60 billion people crossing the border. We didn't notice that.
Yeah, she's kind of yeah. So anyway, moving forward, I'm not getting anything about 60 Minutes. Mm-hmm. I still believe she's going to be indicted for January 6th because this makes no sense because Leslie Stahl is not a prosecutor or a King of Swords. Mm-hmm. The energy of patience, and the patience card was right below the tower card.
Mm-hmm.
And it was talking about January 6th with the former guy connection. And then I have the 6 of Cups, what she did in the past, the universal energies righting their wrongs with an indictment. She was involved. So one, I sense this is going to be a mess for her. It's hard to tell on me. She's getting arrested for
6th
her involvement.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't worry about that. She's going to get her own. Bless. Oh. MTG, I think I need some more popcorn.
Yeah. You need a big bag of popcorn. You have to go buy one of those already popped 50-gallon bags.
I don't know. I think I read on her. Oh, gosh. It must have been 3-4 months ago, 5 months ago. Mm-hmm. And I asked my guy to show me the future involvement in MTG. And they mm-hmm. showed me her in handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to stick with it. They don't give me an image, a non-ego image, when I ask them to show me. And it's always been right. So, I hope so. Okay. And I was going to, now let's move to her. She's planning the event Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
She's planning a Trump rally or event in solidarity of him getting processed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't sense Leslie Stahl's gonna be letting her run free. She's gonna have some moments where, what?
You're going to change the banner to,
Did I have a banner for that? Okay, I had a banner. Oh, what'd I do here? Come on, MTG. Okay, so the rally for 45. Just skip the 60 minutes I had up there.
okay,
MTG and the rally for 45 Tuesday.
okay. It's just
MTG.
confusing. I know when I'm watching shows, if the banner doesn't mix,
Yeah.
both Scott and I are running oxygen deprived. We both have bad coughs this morning.
No, I got coffee. Popcorn pot.
I have tree pollen, so.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The rally. Is it going to be huge? Is there going to be violence? Arrests? No show?
I'm going to do a 10 card spread up. Oh, wow. Oops. My. Well, I did a 10 card spread on it, and the first two cards are the 9 of Swords. They're really worried about it. She is. And the 2 of Swords. There's not much going to go on there, except she's really doing this because she hates Biden, not because she wants Trump, but she knows Biden can get her. The right now is the 8 of Wands. She's trying to get her message out. She's really working on it. But it shows she's being a fool. She's stepping off into an environment she has no idea about. And her hopes and fears are that the state's going to come in on them, that the people are really going to blow up and do their crazy things. But then the reality is nobody's going to be there. It's 4 of Cups. They're being offered something. People said, I'm not going to march in for that guy because he doesn't help you. And then I think there's going to be a little bit of fighting type stuff because they got the 5 of Wands. There's people looking like they're trying to be vicious. And this is what she thinks she's going to look like. The Queen of Wands. Even looks a little like her if the hair was more messed up. But the outcome is they're going nowhere. It's the 6 of Swords reversed. They're just going to be stuck in their same chaos. But I don't think it's going to be a big hoo-up. I think there's going to be some people out there making noise.
Yeah, it doesn't feel huge to me either. But it's like so I got my Universal Angel card in between. You mentioned you had the 6 of Swords, but upside down.
Right.
I had the 6 of Swords, and then I have the Devil. So it's like the greed and her deal with the Devil, per se, is misguided by what she wants to achieve.
Right.
So it's kind of confusing when my angel card comes in, but
no, our guides could be watching over it. Those could be the guides of New York City, the people that angelic forces will watch over and saying, we're going to keep these buttheads in line.
So yeah, this even with the protection and services going on in Manhattan, everybody's going to be there. Marshals, Secret Service, everybody.
They should.
Everything is already planned out.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a magician, the rally, so we have a victory, all things working in favor, and then Knight of Coins, patience, all the soldiers and whatnot being there.
Look at the middle image in that last card, Scott. I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a effed up mess.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a mess. There's a reason why I luckily put every picture in a card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the end, it's going to fizzle.
Yeah, I
Because
think it's going to be a failure. I think she's going to think she came out looking like a queen, but
you're right. These are sometimes, depending on the situation, decent cards.
mm-hmm.
But just representing the former guy, the supposed love for him, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
fool's journey. This is my hermit fool.
Mm-hmm.
So you're making mistakes. The tractor's in the ditch. So it isn't contemplating what you should do right. This is the fool.
Mm-hmm.
So loving this man is a fool's journey. So it just feels like a fizzle.
My daughter keeps saying the tens of fives of them that will show up for the rally.
That's a good one there. Okay, I'm gonna. Where is that? So I can remove it. Get it. Come on. Oh, it should be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But these banners always pop back up if I don't delete too.
Yeah, they got that. You got to do that hide thing.
But I missed it. Okay.
Okay, Alan Weisselberg.
Mr. Weisselberg.
I'm just going to ask if he's going to flip on him. I don't think even if the man had an ironclad memory, he could remember all the crimes. So let's just go for him flipping.
Well, they have paperwork. It'd be nice for him to walk in and say, "Yeah, I did it all for 45."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bragg, Weisselberg, the indictment. Feature Bragg. Supposedly, that last day there was for half an hour someone came in secretly and spoke to the grand jury. Everyone's speculating it could have been Weisselberg.
Yeah.
I don't really sense that, but
I figured if they'd have gotten word that someone moved him around, as many people as are in that jail.
John Bolton is on the news confessing to witnessing how Trump weaponized the DOJ. Wow. You
Who
could
is?
have said John Bolton.
Oh, well, he's another one.
Yeah, he's supposedly running for president, thinking about it too. Yeah, you could have said that 3 years ago, Mr. Bolton.
You know what I got about Weisselberg? No, that's not. He changed his lawyers to get a better deal. I got absolutely nothing about him flipping on Trump.
Yeah,
I got no.
it's in his mind, but I
Mhm.
don't think he's released it yet.
Yeah, I even laid it twice. I thought maybe I got it wrong. The first time there were 4 no's against 1 yes. The second time there were 5 no's, and they were all like holding things close to your chest, being the hangman.
Nope. My first card is the 5 of Swords, so next to the Hermit. So there is contemplation there. There will be a deal struck with him in these proceedings to go back to Rikers. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting okay. So these conflicts, the 5 of Swords, and then I have the Hermit card and the Knight of Swords. So there is some contemplation in what to do. The conflicts card, and then here's your investigator or Bragg or his attorneys putting pressure on him. They will come back to him with the 5 of Coins, the indictment card, and putting back in prison.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to come back to him as a witness and say, testify, we will charge you again.
Mm-hmm.
3 of Coins, lose everything, prison again. They are going to come back to him, but I have nothing to do with I haven't seen Flip either.
And I asked if the other one I asked, and I'm going to show it, but it was, is he worried about protecting his family? And it said no.
You don't think he's protecting his own family?
I don't think his motivations at this time are protecting the family.
Oh, gotcha. I looked at a couple. The family card was there, but I didn't think I needed it.
Mm-hmm.
They could do like they did to Michael Cohen, threaten to go after his family, because his kids were semi-involved in getting tax breaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a small charge, but it could cause a pain.
No, I was thinking in terms not of the legal community. I was thinking, is he worried about Trump or any of them going after his family?
Oh, gotcha.
I grew up in a town that had a lot of mafia in it when I was growing up.
Yeah. One of our subscribers who I've talked to numerous times, Jennifer already came back again, from what I heard. You know, this go around again.
Mm-hmm.
So she already gave info. These all, there we go. I gotta get rid of that banner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's switch it up a little bit. Presidential runs.
Okay, who are we going to look at?
Asa Hutchinson says he's going to run, ex-governor of Arkansas. He said his intention is to run. He's going to announce probably in next month, he said, according to an interview. I just seen it this morning. So he is better than 45. I just want to know what the energy is on him.
Okay.
Being the president of the United States.
Well, he got a reversed and forward movements. That's the Two of Wands. He got a reverse in being able to manifest trust within enough Americans to get elected. He's going to get tired of having to be so defensive about his party, which is in an indefensible position. He gets a yes for Reciprocity Avenue, but he's got a no for collaboration. I don't think he can get past the fact that the party in Congress has sold them so deeply in the tank.
Yeah, it feels like he's doing it more for party, not for self, because it is crazy. So my first cards are the intentions of the Hierophant, the crazy of the party. It's more about positive energy because of what 45 has done to our country and the division and where that party has gone. So one of those Republican conservative representatives that's want to change things. He is so happy that 45 is getting indicted right now.
Oh yeah.
He sees the writing on the wall. He believes that 45 will be locked up here. My justice card, the prison card. It also kind of feels like how 45 destroyed the Republican Party, the way he believes in it.
I asked if he did it because of DeSantis. What'd you get?
I'm getting in that energy and I suddenly feel like I'm having a heart attack. It's not me, but it's like
I know
someone's ill. Someone is having a heart attack or stressed out to the max.
Okay, I asked if it was because he hates DeSantis and he really can't stand his energy. And I got no, was the first card, Collaboration Avenue. And no, because Waiting Patiently Avenue. But then He gets yes for the star. That is his reason. Yes for the point of compassion and intuitive feelings. And yes, because he feels like he can provide more logic and impartial judgment. And that's why he won't make it, because he's not crazy like the other two. Well,
Yeah.
we don't know who all the crazies are that are going.
In a in
And we
an
can see what a great deal maker DeSantis is with what happened between him and Disney.
DeSantis is, um I think May. I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking the documents in May. Let's just see if we get any timing cards. Get a 5 or a May card or 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
See what we think.
Okay.
So I'm sensing May, and it feels like maybe end of July, the other case, and January 6th.
About the, yeah.
Once he gets all the people to finally come in,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Pence is still denying coming in, and there's appeal on the rest of them.
I think May's right, because I laid out 5 cards and I got the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands out of the 5 cards. And then the others are, then there might be some more stuff drop in June. Better things ahead.
First card, 5 of Wands. There's my 5. That's all I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Timing, and I got a 5, so I'm not going to do anymore. I'm going to go with my instincts and say May. When in May, I don't know. Hopefully my birthday. I got a birthday in May. I can do that.
I have a birthday in May too.
Oh, what day? I forgot.
May 2nd.
Oh, early. I'm a 14.
Well, you're still a Taurus.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Down to earth bull with a little stubbornness.
Yeah, that's a little bit of what we were made up of.
Trump for prison, of course. Trump for prison. Not this go around. I think when the documents drop, I don't think he's going to win. That would be a total shame. Others go right to prison for documents. Let's say reality winner.
Mm-hmm.
He never seen the light after arrested.
That's right.
He stole secrets. He stole documents. He should go directly to prison.
His coked up son, who talks about the 2 levels of. God, I can remember people when I was in college that wandered into LSD land and smoking dope and stuff, because my years in college were when campuses were wide open about that. And I didn't. I used to sit at parties with my hand over the top of my drink so nobody could put anything in it. But I can remember seeing kids just slip away into where Donnie Jr. is now.
That poor guy.
He's not a poor guy. It's a personal choice every time he puts that stuff up his nose.
Yeah, I was making a joke, kind of.
Oh, okay.
I have some sympathy. Because he does it to himself. He puts all this stuff out there, He's showing it. It's like, woe is me. He's playing the victim card,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything in our wildlife being impacted by the Republicans in Montana? Anything on our wildlife being impacted? They're killing them. Trying to understand, Monica, what we want it to sense here.
Are they changing laws or allowing things to happen in the state that's detrimental to the wildlife?
Okay.
It's like when they let wolves into a territory and then they say, oh my God, they're killing our cattle. Well, who was there first, the wolves or the cattle, really? I don't know. I know nothing about Montana except it's a funky looking state.
They have a Democratic governor, though.
Oh.
Or is it the senator?
No, that's in what? One of them has Tester. Tester is from
Tester. Yes.
He's from Wyoming, not Montana, I think, though.
You sure?
I will look it up.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I feel a sense of something in Montana is Democrat. What the heck's his name? I think he ran for president against Biden and all them. But he's a senator, I thought. But Hester is from Montana, Carol says. Okay, yeah, I thought, since there was some kind of Democrat. Okay. Energy is around the wildlife. I get the sense they don't really care, like the government or not enforcing laws, that kind of feeling.
Montana, the governor and both chambers are Republican.
Okay. It's just a weird sense of like they just let things slide, like not prosecuting if they find people poaching or something like that. I got that. God, I'm getting 45 cards. It's pretty much the same reading, and I mixed it up completely. You got the sense of money or bribes or something, the devil.
Yeah.
And then looking the other way.
I got the 9 of coins. They're sitting in a perfect position to have things done right, but they're not. They're doing the 7 of swords. There's some groups in Montana that are monitoring all this and following it and trying to bring better times, but there's some people in that group that also profit off the information they're giving out, but they're in the position of being the hangman. There's nothing anybody apparently can do, and the chariot's riding the wrong way for the animals. So I think there may be watchdog groups even in there that people suspect are corrupt.
As you said that, I was picking up my last cards. Knight of Cups, there's some watchdog groups, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. So there will be some people getting into it, protesting, whatever. Well, it feels like it will eventually change because I don't really sense it's like bad laws or anything. It just feels like people looking the other way.
If you only can kill 5 deers, we'll let you kill 10, and we're not going to.
Yeah, that kind of feeling.
That sort of stuff or not.
Everything takes time, but I do feel it's a loving energy with that Knight of Cups and support that's trying.
And they're in a hangman position. They can't really do what they want to be able to do.
Well, yeah. People are protesting the murders of babies and from guns, and nothing happens.
No, we're going to protect children by banning drag queens, not people that carry guns. That makes sense.
Right. Yep. Okay. The energy of Lindsey Graham's involvement in Georgia.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Angela. I got your email. Thank you for letting me know. Today is the Parliament elections in Finland. And he was telling me that,
Yeah, I want it. It cannot be said enough. Congratulations and love to the people of Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Michigan, doing good things for their people. We mentioned it a while ago, but Minnesota passed free lunches for the kids.
Just feed them. Don't worry about their money.
It's just so horrible. Oh, I got to get rid of that one.
It needs to go away.
I tried. It popped back up. Anyway, it's wonderful to see what good things can happen when you actually elect caring people. At least enough of them, right? Yeah, Trump is not going anywhere in the presidency. He's got death energy around him. Okay. Miss Lindsay, crying on Fox News, give the 45. This is a disgrace. Send 45 your money to fight this. Kemp can't pardon 45.
Oh, yeah. Lindsay being indicted in Georgia, 2 cards, Judgment and the Sun.
Aw, man. Miss Lindsay.
And
So
it's not what he wants. He doesn't want this to happen. He's got the 8 of Cups reversed. But he tried to balance both sides and he got caught in the middle.
Page of Swords, that could be something new coming in.
Interesting energy.
Truth. Oh, the FBI coming in and doing the wrong thing. So I didn't get Justice card. I didn't get my locked up card, but I do see an indictment.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Sword of Truth coming in, that kind of energy of power. Here's the FBI coming to arrest him. Mm-hmm. Page of Swords, new indictment or some kind of new dreaded action against him. In the past, he was doing it for the Republican Party. Secrets within the Republican Party. It could be compromise or something. And then he's going to have a new journey with more lawyers and paying.
Aw. Couldn't happen to a nicer little weirdo.
The Page is paying out no more money, I'm feeling. There's victory and success on him getting indicted.
You think the legs are going to give out on his fainting couch? So much.
Doesn't look good for Lindsay.
Mm.
So I don't. It may come to a deal or that kind of feeling, because I don't sense him going to, being convicted.
I got Justice in the Sun, and my Justice in the Sun sitting where I am is that man in jail.
Yeah. My toss today just didn't say. I didn't have Justice or my locked up card.
Okay.
I seen an indictment coming down. I didn't ask the outcome actually. But yeah, he did some bad things. It doesn't feel like it's as bad as what 45 did, It doesn't seem like he changed votes. It was more like a pressure.
But he knows the names of all the people that were on the Hill that were going to try to do what they're going to try to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Still not a good look.
Maybe he knows why Grassley says, I'll be running the meeting, not Pence, so we don't have to worry about it. You know what's bad about this? All these guys are really old, and I could do the same thing. I could just say, oh, I'm 74 and I just can't remember,
No, I just can't believe why they want to be in there that long.
Because they've done so many bad things, they don't want anyone coming in behind them and finding them.
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
At Grassley's age, or what's the California woman's name?
Feinstein.
Yeah, Feinstein.
It's hard to give up power. I mean, when you quit getting the sort of attention they get, it's hard if you're even around them. I've known people that were sort of their people that were their retinue, and it's hard for them to give it up.
Oh heck no, I wouldn't. I'd be like, as soon as I'm able to afford to retire, I'm going to spend time with my grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go watch them play t-ball. I want to go watch them sing in the choir, whatever it is.
My grandson stole home yesterday.
Boom.
Not me. Yo, Ian, yo, Ian.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's right. Was it Iowa? Iowa girls had a heck of a basketball game yesterday.
Mm. Yeah, they're here.
First time ever.
They're doing part of the women's at American Airlines Center.
Oh, are they? Yeah. First time ever a woman scored 40 points in 2 consecutive games. Stealing home is hard, Craig says. Yes, it is. Need a little sneakiness and speed.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a kid that we have pictures of him in the middle of his public school playground during recess, meditating in the corner with his legs crossed and his, you know. So I think
Really?
he sees. I think sometimes he sees things before they happen and knows how to use it. Yeah, he's really, really good. He's 12.
Sweet.
He was born in the year of the dragon. If you know
Yeah.
about that mythology in Chinese.
hmm It's kind of the same thing what people told me when I pitch, that it's like you got eyes on the back of your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't. It's like when, let's say I get a ball and we're trying to turn double play and I would throw it to second. Everyone's yelling first, and they're just like, "How'd you know you can get them out?"
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's yelling first, but you turned and fired and got them out.
Right.
Like I just knew I could get them out.
Mm-hmm. I could never use my spidey sense for things like that.
I mean, it's all just quick reaction, knowing and doing, and I would just get a kind of side view of where the person be, and just kind of quick sense. Can I get them out? And I just turn and fire out. So it's crazy what spirit can do in a quick instant.
I got a no. I got a no on this question. Cy Vance just, he was part of the old power elite, and he couldn't go after him. I think it was an inborn flaw in Cy Vance. I don't think it was anybody doing anything to him. What do you get, Scott?
Okay. I'm getting a little pressure because I have the Ace of Cups. I'm going to assume here that Cy Vance is the King of Cups in this. But I have the Ten of Swords, so there might have been a pressure campaign a little bit. Kind of like, was it Jeffrey Berman that wrote a book about his time at SDNY?
But that had nothing to do with Cy Vance. That was the DOJ.
No, I'm just getting that
kind of a similar
correlation. The pressure campaign and what to do.
But Cy
So there
Vance,
were some anxieties there. Go ahead.
Cy Vance let Trump's kids off when he could have prosecuted them.
Yes.
For misstating the facts about a building and having people buy property in a building that wasn't as full as they were being led to believe, which is a big deal if you're in New York. So otherwise you're moving in an empty building that nobody apparently wants to live in.
So otherwise, going forward, there is some past connections or compromise or whatever you want to say. So a Four of Coins would be like holding on. It kind of feels like with Lady Justice here coming in, that he didn't want to bring any cases forward. There may have been some kind of issues from his past memories or things that done. So there was some kind of patience going on with him. It does feel like there may have been some threats or something to him.
Okay.
So I got the shadow. It could be, what the heck's that? Keith Scheller that worked for 45, I think, or this other guy. He was like the bagman or the guy that always go out and pressure guys. Beat them up. Yeah. That's what I'm getting from this Knight of Swords. It feels like the bagman or the muscle. Here's your devil, and then here's your Temperance, Two of Swords, weight. There's caution ahead. I better not. So it feels like he did the best he could, but there was some obvious fears with that, of him being the way he wanted to be. So it just feels like the same old playbook little words here and there. He'd be out to dinner, and some guy just slips him a note or a little wink, walks by.
Right.
You better not prosecute Trump. I know where your kids live. You know, those little things that people can't prove. He's a mob boss. So I don't think it was heavy, but it does feel like he investigated the best of his abilities, but didn't bring the case. Kind of leaves him off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a census. Could be wrong. It wasn't huge. There was that talk of 30 grand that he supposedly gave back. Okay. No. Or I see the held over and the no. He'll get out on this one. I think he'll get out. It might be when Fannie Willis drops her stuff. It feels like to me that the bail or whatever will be heavier, but he'll get out. But he won't get out with Jack Smith.
No.
That's what I sense. But we can read on Georgia or bail.
Oh, okay.
You can toss on bail. Bail and leaving. You know, even if supposedly there's 30 plus counts, there's obviously financial crimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't he supposed to be paying them $1 million a day or something on some other charge?
Oh, he paid it.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he paid the $1 million. Because he brought in the documents or whatever, or maybe it was 100,000. Oh, there was $1 million. The judge ordered contempt or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck they call that? Censure.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the judge censored him for $1 million for bringing fraudulent lawsuit, and supposedly he paid it. The judge also ordered documents, and he gave him $10,000 a day until he did, and it ended up being 100 grand.
Are we looking at Georgia or are we looking at New York right now?
Oh, we could do both, but this is about New York.
New York's the closest. There will be judgment against him, but then I've got, we may want him to be held, but he's not going to be held. And there's just that, the Queen of Pentacles reverse can be a very vengeful person. I think there's a whole lot of people in the U.S. that would qualify as that about Trump right now, but it's a no. It's a no as far as the whole hierarchy that's going on, and it's a no with the Fool. So he's going to get a judgment, but they're just not. They're going to fine him, but they're not going to hold him.
Yeah, and again, I get the same kind of things about. They're going to talk about January 6th, his hateful rhetoric. Hateful rhetoric, his death threats and everything. They're going to talk about that, but then I got the next 3 cards show bail, positive outcome. Knight of Cups, my angelic card, and Queen of Wands. So they're, they'll work a deal, whatever it is, for him to go on his way. Give up.
It's not like he's running around, like he's not running around with federal officers with guns following him around,
Yeah, he's kind of got Secret Service.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it feels like he'll be able to get out on this one after the process.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like stiffer in Georgia. But federal, Federal gets done to him, his life's over. That's what it feels like he's really worried about. And I'm sure his lawyers have told him. Secret Service will get Trump to court on time. Yes. Supposedly he is coming tomorrow.
Yeah, they wanted him on Friday, though. They wanted to indict him and get him there before MTG had a chance to.
Where's Letitia? She's doing work.
Mm-hmm.
Her case on Trump isn't till October. It's already settled. He recently filed something to get it thrown out, some bogus, but the judge denied it. That was a few weeks ago. Will Bragg do anything on Jim Jordan trying to interfere? No.
No.
I mean, they sent letters back, but they won't comply with anything.
Yeah,
They have no
Jordan coverage.
There's nothing. It's basically, I don't think an ankle bracelet's needed because he's got Secret Service. It's like built-in security. I'm not worried about that. Kathy D. If it weren't for some super honest and brave G-man, Al Capone and his people, I guess, would not have gone to jail. Yes. Leona Hemsley. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that case, Brian.
Yep.
I didn't read on it, but I did sense that the whole Gwyneth Paltrow thing, she was going to win. Just like frivolous lawsuit. It's like, really? People just accidentally collide and she's got money. Well, I'm going to sue you. Seems pretty silly. Of course, the guy sued McDonald's because they didn't warn him. They had hot cough and he burned himself and he was awarded $1 million. Remember that back in the day, in the 90s, I think it was?
Oh, yeah. It was a little old lady. Wasn't
Was
it?
it was the little old lady? And now
they had 10 different suits where the courts warned them to not put it out so hot or to have made sure it was like hot, like this big on the cup. And they didn't. And so the judge, when that woman got that settlement, that was the third time they'd been in his court. And he goes, "This is ridiculous. What do you think this is? A revolving door." Wow. And that's why he gave it to
her. Cool. I didn't really remember. I just remember hearing about it. Okay. Recall how Bernie was ignored by MSM.
Mainstream media.
Mainstream media. Okay. Until he became a formal candidate. But do believe conspiracy against him. They wanted Hillary more than Bernie. But from the get-go, I always felt he wasn't going to be the nominee. Just the way it is.
Bernie did his things on his side too. And I'm not a huge Hillary did it all right fan, but Bernie did things on his side too that made him unpalatable to the media. And you should say they should be bigger than that. They're not. They're human beings, just like everybody else. And he treated many of them very badly. So
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, see, like you're looking at candidates and you see commercials. You kind of can tell just from the commercials how they're attacking people, the character of the person.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're using Twitter and you watch all the people underneath Bernie Sanders and those supporters or Andrew Yang or 45, there was a ton of bots and trolls and craziness.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way I was going to personally support any of that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of Russian bots in Bernie Sanders' posts pushing him. And it was scary. Why would Russia want to push Bernie Sanders with all these trolls? Fake accounts.
I thought he was less likely to win against a Republican.
45 had plenty of them too.
The bots are at it again. 3 of the death threats they tracked down because they were so vivid against Alvin Bragg were Russians coming out of the same troll farm. So they're still out there.
Mm-hmm. So we're in uncharted territory, Rose Blue, with 45 if he goes anywhere. I would guess, in my sense, I just don't see him in any jail, a former president. But if he has any kind of security or secure facility, I would say they ain't going to be standing next to his door.
Is St. Helens, the island in the Mediterranean, still available? That's where they put Napoleon.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good place for him. Zero Wi-Fi.
That's probably true there.
Jim Jordan's horrible, Anna. Or Anaya. Sorry if I said your name wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Maligning Bernie. I'm just saying what I've seen in the chats and Twitter. That there was a lot of fake accounts saying some bad things about a lot of different people. Alcatraz is empty. I don't know.
He can't do that by himself. Even if he became president, you'd have to have them upset. One apple cart upsetters all over the Congress and all over the Senate. And trust me, I don't like the way it's configured, and I don't like the way the people play this game any more than you do. But the reality is that you try to do everything you can to be on their good side. And trust me, I had reporters, local reporters, when I did local campaigns that I knew would never, ever, 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 ever write a nice word about my candidate. No, if they could have walked on water across the Trinity River, they wouldn't have cared.
You know, that's the only thing I was saying about Bernie. I like the man. I'm just saying, you watch other people. You watch all these trolls, or you watch the ads. You can see where things are going. Like Brian was saying about, possible, advertising and whatnot. I have nothing against Bernie. I'm just saying he was never going to win. And that was my senses going into 2020. And it was correct. But like you said, too, I mean, Obama was a great president, but he couldn't get much done. It takes everybody to get bills passed and laws. So even if Bernie was president, probably wouldn't have got much done. I'm grateful Biden's in there. He's got stuff done for people.
Mm-hmm.
Shifted Michigan, shifted Minnesota, shifted Pennsylvania.
80% of the people in the U.S. live in states where the judiciary, the governor, and the legislature are Democratic right now. That was a huge shift. But because you got big states like California and New York, but then you have the Dems, you have the Republicans running Texas and Florida.
Yeah, lovely. I'd say McCarthy.
You want to see what month McCarthy gets it? Try 5 cards, see if we get any months.
It sure feels like when the special counsel's starting to move on indictment, it's about the same thing. And that could be like July.
Mm-hmm.
My sense is. It's happening this year.
Yeah, this year, or we're in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It's like I don't see. I stopped hitting the notifications as much on because I got tired of everyone getting notifications from everybody. But I kind of know when people go on, that I follow, because it's usually pretty scheduled. But I'm like, I can't find some people sometimes. if you have a video, let's say you have a video on Tuesday, I
Hmm.
search for Tuesdays, I can't find you.
Well,
Those,
what I've had happening recently with YouTube, and I have a person working on what's going on. People are typing in the chat and it's not showing up. And then they'll say, I typed a question in the chat further up. I don't have anywhere near the length of chat we have on Sundays. So I can usually find them. And I actually had one of the other women who was watching this show. She went up and down the chat and she said, no, it's not here. And so the woman knows my email. So she sent me the email privately and I answered her question. And it was a pretty heavy question. Her contract had not been renewed. She wondered if she's going to find work soon. She will. But so I wrote him and I said, look, this is all correspondence between me and her. And then the next time I was on, I had two people who told me they went back in the chat and they couldn't find their questions that they typed in the chat. So I really don't know what's happening to YouTube.
yeah, just like if you subscribe to people, you'd think you'd see it all through the day in your feed.
Mm-hmm. Not there.
So, what I get, angelic influence, moving on, all things good with the Knight of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards, Knight of Cups. And then I have May through August is going to be fun.
Yep. I had the 4th, actually, April. The end of April through August were the 2 dates that I got, but I'm checking it again.
I like it when we jive. The tarot dance of timing.
I get 4, 6, and 7.
4, 6, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the same as my 3.
Right?
It's rock and roll, people. It's going to be a good ride. You want to pull a collective card?
Sure.
I got a busy day to go. You can get things done yourself.
Oh, yeah. I had to do taxes today.
Oh, I finished mine finally.
Stay on for a few more hours.
I was actually surprised. I didn't owe this year.
Well, I'm over 70. So when my business makes, as long as I make less than $8,000 in taxes, which I will make less than $8,000 in taxes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll be okay. So I'm going to pull from the Wild Elementals. I went looking for your deck and I can't find it, Scott.
Pick what you want. Yeah, the first.
No, I love your aliens.
Thank you. Speaking of, I was grabbing a different deck. Okay. But yeah, the first few years of YouTube, since it's a non-takeout tax business, I had owed quite a bit. First couple of years, but this year I had a little bit lost, mainly because of all my cards didn't sell. I still have $800 or more sitting here.
Buy Scott's cards. I have the same thing with my eggs. I have a few eggs left, and I haven't pushed them hard enough. We got the dolphin.
Thanks, Kathy D. I like these cards too. The dolphin. What's a dolphin mean?
The dolphin means
George Santos would be going down to. You'll feed his justice maker.
Okay. The dolphin means importance of play, change, wisdom, balance, harmony, communication skills, freedom, and trust. And when the dolphin shows up to remind us to get out with your friends and play. Take a break from being an adult, as all the inherent responsibilities and seriousness are weighing down on you. Go play. This will bring emotions of joy, fun, happiness, movement, freedom into your life. You are going to be led to get more in touch with your childlike, playful self and enjoy your life more. So go be a dolphin. Go play.
This one is about paying attention to yourself. When you pay attention to your feelings, your body, being aligned with your body,
Mhm.
being in a love space and all that.
Mhm.
You know what's going on in life. You feel better. You physically feel better.
Mhm.
No, that's guidance from above when you pay attention. So that's the card I got today. I did. The next one is just make sure you're following positive people,
Mhm.
positive elders. You know, whether it's YouTube, family, a grandpa. Say there's a grumpy old grandpa you listen to a lot, and oh, I watched the movie Otto.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that.
I loved it. It was really good. We rented it. It was on. We didn't want to go to the theater, and it was just on rental.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that movie. It was touching. But he was a crank in the beginning. Most of the movie, he was a cranky old man, right?
Right.
But he was actually wise
Mhm.
in a way. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But always make sure you're following and respecting and taking things in from positive people. If anyone pushes fear on you or anxieties, send them on your way, or make sure you try to straighten it out. But all things are better when we listen and sense our body and our emotions and everything.
That's what you got. There was a movie years ago that sounded somewhat like it. Jack Nicholson was in it, and his wife dies, and he decides to just go off and do everything he could never do when he was tied to his wife and his house and the way they'd always run things. And it's really a funny movie.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you, Linda.
Okay, I'll see you guys,
Anyway,
those who wander over on Tuesday.
Trump speech. Yeah, I'll be on. Got it scheduled Tuesday at 6, so
Mhm.
I'll know everything by then. What happened? Everyone have a blessed Sunday. If you're cold,
Yeah, and go
stay
play.
warm.
Don't pay attention to all this crap. Let the
It'll all play
do
out the way
what
it's
you need to
supposed
do.
to.
Yep. Let yourself
But
have vacation.
but the wonderful news, we can enjoy a little bit.
Mhm.
The orange
Woo-hoo,
man been
woo-hoo.
indicted, so we can all breathe a little bit. Thank you, Nancy, for joining me. It's been
Oh,
lovely as always.
great fun.
Thank you, everyone, for being there. Blessings.